No, para que I'm done before. There we go, just like the last time. I never did this before. Oh, the ex-premier, how you doing? Don't hit me. Look at this.
Wow.
Yeah, right before I came here, somebody gave me that.
They gave them? Oh, wow, that's good.
River Valley Footwear.
That's great.
Yeah, Queen Street.
That'll be good with all the ice out there. That'll be good for you.
And after this interview, the way it goes, you might give me the boot right outside.
Okay. No, I think you're safe.
Okay, so no problem. I had to use that for an excuse. River Valley Footwear, good boots.
There you go.
Heavy day, busy day.
Emotional day for sure, and yeah, it was probably the toughest decision I've ever made. But Karen and I have been discussing it for quite some time, and we think it's the right decision.
And everybody's looking at their watch already. So this is going to be part one. And when you get time, we'll have a part two. We'll go more.
And I can't wait for part three.
Yeah, I'm sure. Well, yeah. When you're in the opposition, my God, you got all the time of the world. Does it feel different? Nobody kiss your royal finger?
Nobody did that before. Don't worry.
When you were premier?
Oh no, you may think that, but people come to you more with some of their challenges and concerns and suggestions as well.
I remember David Allward when if he would have listened to me for show gas, he would still be premier. Damn David. Damn show gas. Anyway, he turned around, he was dancing, like he was meeting with me, and everybody called him Mr. Premier, Mr. Premier, Mr. Premier. But when the next day after, nobody knows you. And I told him that, but I still know him by David.
Geez, I feel when I was premier, people called me a lot worse than that, but that's okay.
Including me. Okay, we'll get to that. Okay, so what happened? How come you lost the election?
Well, first off, it's an uphill battle. I think we've seen over the last few years in New Brunswick, it's very tough to get a second majority government. So I think there's an argument to be made that with that history we did okay. We won the popular vote. We came within one seat of tying with the Tories in terms of the seat count. So although it wasn't a majority government, which is certainly what I was hoping for, I'm still very honored that we got the most votes of all the political parties, and we got the second most seats with 21. And
we know all that. What happened? What happened? What happened? That's right. This is the first time we talked. This is the first time we talked in maybe
since the election.
No, we never really talked. You were busy. You were going around the province, and I was going here and
well, there you go. You can call me and email me anytime.
Oh yeah, I know that. I laugh. I email you. I said you don't reply to your email as much as you used to. He said I replied to my friends, not journalists.
I thought you probably told me something not too nice.
Yeah, of course. I mean that's the way it is. You see, like David Allward said. I said, why don't you get a political advisor? He said, why would I have one? I got you.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And I don't charge, but you didn't listen. And that's why you're in the opposition. Okay, Charlie, shut up. Focus.
So all we had to do, all the premiers of the past, was just listen to you, and we all still be premiers.
Sean Ray.
Well, okay.
And B Power. I told him the same thing. Never mind that. See, they're looking at their watch already. They're going to give me the boot. Okay. Do you blame the language commissioner? What happened to you?
So look, I think that there's no doubt that there's some things that the language commissioner, the previous language commissioner, did that caused some stir, as they would say. They would say stir from back home, and as you saw, I voiced some concern as well, and said that I wasn't necessarily always in agreement with what the former commissioner was doing, and that certainly I think caused some.
It did.
Yeah, some stir. I guess I believe that's the right word.
Hindsight. What you would have done?
Well, the commissioner is independent, so there's really nothing that
she wasn't too independent.
Well, she's her office is independent when she was there, obviously, and still independent now.
People that knows politics knows that. But the ordinary Joe on the street, and I told you, would you admit that I told you that? I emailed you.
Sure, I don't remember, but I believe you. So
yes. Birds come on the street and see me. Charles, come on, what's going on? But the bottom line is, the language commissioner brought the issue of language 50 years back. And there was so much emotion in the language. So could you speak up more loudly on both sides?
Sure. So I don't want to blame one person for some of the stir that has happened, but there's no doubt that there was some things that contributed to it, and I could have done better. I take a lot of responsibility as premier, and you have to as the leader of the province, and I could have done more. I should have done better. I think I should have talked more about the benefits of bilingualism. I should have acknowledge more and more frequently the concerns people were voicing about how they felt bilingualism was affecting their lives in a negative way. And I should have taken more time to bust some of the myths, because there are some myths out there about bilingualism that if you don't know the facts and you only are presented those myths, it's going to make you think a certain way. So I think I could have done better as Premier when it came to those things, and on other things as well.
Yeah, like paramedics. Okay, now you, excuse me. I don't want to. Hey, jeez. I don't want to do like the what's that matinee? Matinee. The one that you interview with there.
The manatee.
Manatee, matinee.
I was confused there. I'm sorry. I thought I went to the movies. I was confused.
Do you lift weights? Okay, no, you do have big arms. Never mind the boot. Paramedics. How come you didn't stop in Miramichi if you had to do all over again? Would that bus stop, meet the paramedics in Miramichi?
Well, I don't know if that would have made much of a difference. I don't know if you know that, but I met them that day for a nice meeting
in St. John.
Yeah, that's right, and we discussed, and they were.
But you didn't go in Miramichi when the bus left.
Yeah, so
I said chicken shit. That's what I said. I said he's a Peru.
That's quite something. But
no, but you know what I mean.
It's going back to being called things worse than worse than other names. But anyway, so no, I actually met with them, and we had a good conversation, and I thought it went quite well. But then they decided to keep going, and they told somebody around us that they said that they were getting good press out of it, so they kept going.
Paramedics,
and it's certainly their right to do that. I mean, in our country, we have the right to protest, and you have the right to be heard that way. So it is what it is. Obviously, it certainly got the headlines. Even though we'd be talking about things that I think were quite important as well, those certainly got lots of the headlines.
What do you think happened? And Bill Fraser, that was a shock.
Yeah, no, he's a great guy, but
nice
people.
Good friend of mine. I like Bill.
He's a great guy, and he did a great job, and it was an honor to work with him. But people chose a different path.
Why?
If I had all the answers, Charles, I probably wouldn't be here in the Leader of the Opposition's office. So, no, look, I think New Brunswickers sent all of us a message. I think it's really clear, though, and Charles, I hope you're going to report on this.
There's no editing here.
No, there you go. I mean just in general, over time. New Brunswickers did not choose a government to govern unilaterally. Nobody got a majority government. So I think a lot of people are focused on what message I got, and we got, and we did. We got a lot of messages from New Brunswickers at the election, but they sent messages to other people as well. I mean, for the first time in 100 years, neither the Conservatives or the Liberals got a majority government. So I think, so I think the two. I hate this term, but it's just the best way. The two sort of major parties received a pretty loud message the night of the election. We were both confined to a minority government situation, and I think New Brunswickers sent a message that they want more perspectives represented in the legislature with the two extra parties.
I got 8 minutes left, so I'll cut you off. If it was longer, no problem. But listen,
more collaboration. I just want to say, and more collaboration as well. I think New Brunswickers have asked for that in the situation they've delivered to.
They delivered loud and clear. That night of the election, when you lost, you took the stage and you took a side door right quick. You didn't. Were you upset that night, or were you emotionally upset? Or you were pissed off.
Were you there? I don't know.
I saw the TV and then service around you and go to the side door. You didn't meet. You didn't go meet the worker.
Actually, I talked to every single one of them. I think I talked to all the. I think one table I missed, but no, I shook everybody's hand. I shook the children that were there.
Yes, absolutely. Tell me I'm wrong.
Well, that's why I asked you were there, because it seems like your information is wrong. Could you imagine the media would have it wrong? No, so the night of the election, you say the word loss. I think I have to correct you there, because no, it's not just the popular vote. I think our definition often of winning an election is that you form the government. So actually nobody won, because it was unclear who would form the government, and the only reason the Tories seem like they're going to be able to form the government is because they have a deal with the People's Alliance. So I just think it's important to make that contrast. That there's really nobody that won.
I got 7 minutes. Yeah. I'm sorry. I like to keep you going.
And just so you know, the night of the election, we had a caucus call that night as well. So I'm not sure if I spoke to the media first or not, but I went to into a room where we had a conference call with all the caucus.
Debate. Let them know. Bernard Leblanc. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Bernard Leblanc.
Yeah.
He didn't join some debate. There's some candidate like in Chidiac, Jacques, what's his name?
Jacques Leblanc.
He didn't join some debate. Mm-hmm. Do you think the Liberals took the Acadian for granted, that they didn't participate in local debates?
I really don't know If they participated or not,
No,
so I
they
can't.
didn't.
Okay, and I don't know why they didn't. If they didn't, so I'm not sure. I'm sure
Didn't
they
know
have
anything
their
about
reasons.
this?
Well, as people may think that I'm the one running the campaign in 49 ridings. No, I wasn't aware of that, so I don't know why they didn't. I don't know.
Don't know.
I'm not sure as to why, but I would obviously encourage candidates to go to debates and discussions when they are constructive ones. So I have no idea if this was the case in any of the ones, but when sometimes there are debates and forums that are organized to sort of use the gotcha situation for certain political parties.
6 minutes. Do you think that you'll turn around? Are you going to reoffer the leadership, or are you done?
Oh no, I've asked them to choose a new leader.
So,
which means not me.
Not you.
New means not me.
So what are you going to do?
So I'm going to remain leader of the Liberal Party and leader of the opposition until they choose a new leader. No, we discussed already. So and that's a decision we came to. So I'm going to stay on as leader of the Liberal Party and leader of the opposition until they choose a new leader. And that way, I think it offers some stability. How long are you going to stay there? How
can you stay there? David Alward said he was going to do that, but he didn't stay there long.
So yeah, a few things are different there, Charles. So Mr. Alward did not stay as leader. He resigned the leadership and stayed as an MLA for a little while.
Didn't stay long.
I forget, about a year maybe, if I'm not that long. No, maybe not that long.
He was in the consulate.
Okay, I don't remember exactly how long. Yeah. I'll take your word for that. But in my case, I'm going to stay on as leader of the opposition and the Liberal Party because I think it's important to offer some stability in this minority government situation, and it allows the party to, in parallel, to choose a new leader to lead our political movement into the next election.
What advice you got for Blaine Hayes?
Quite a bit. I guess the biggest thing I would say right now is to not govern like he has a majority government, and also in trying to govern this minority government situation, which I'm sure is not going to be easy. I would also suggest to him that he not, for the lack of a better term, sell his soul to a third party. It would be, I think, inappropriate for a third party who received about 12% of the votes to be dictating completely what the agenda is. So he's going to have to, I would suggest to him that he has to stay firm on what his party wants to do with their time in office, and if it's not working with the other third parties, then it's not working.
4.5 minutes. You think the Green Party will join with the Liberals in the future, then just the Green Party be bye-bye?
No. I think the Green Party's been around for a long time, and certainly it's just got one of its best election results here, probably the best, I'm assuming, in the province. I haven't done the research of the history, but I would assume it's the best result they've seen. So I certainly think that they're a party that offers a lot, and we, I think, as Liberals, offer a lot of the same things and principles, but there's certainly some differences, and we look forward to working with them and working with the other MLAs.
45 seconds left. Is it true to the term that a bureaucrat calls a politician temporary help?
I've never heard that, but I wouldn't blame them for saying that.
No, but do they got that much power, the bureaucrat? You're the premier, ex-premier. You say, hey, I want this done. The bureaucrat comes to you, Jean Chrétien, and says, GST. Oh, this is how much money we're talking about.
So I think in the expression that you use, temporary help, is that you use?
I think there for a long time.
Yeah, I think that's what it's getting to. It's getting to the stability of a bureaucrat, and with politicians. I mean, I know a lot of people listening won't necessarily agree, but I say this for all levels of government, all political parties. It's not easy being in politics. You make a lot of sacrifices of time, and you put a lot of effort in, and there's a lot of negativity that can come with it, but it's also one of the most fulfilling things you can do. So one of the things that is a bit tougher is the fact that there's no doubt that you don't get to stay there for forever.
Do you think shale gas is going to come back?
Oh well, it's obviously. Oh, you mean that it's going to happen?
Yeah.
Or that,
well, do you think People Alliance and?
Right. So well, a few things. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, obviously, we're going to have a discussion about it because I think. Going back to my earlier advice, Mr. Higgs seems to be thinking he's going to be able to govern with a majority, like he has a majority government, and allow hydraulic fracturing to happen on a regional basis, which I think is something that was discussed at length, and I think that it should be really a vote of the legislature on that important issue that we've debated for quite some time in this province. And I don't think he has a mandate, by the way, with the election. I don't think he's got a mandate.
And the Forestry Act, can he change that?
I certainly hope he will, and if he does, I certainly hope it's going to be.
But you couldn't do it.
Well, we did to the point that we could.
I see so many trucks coming out, the log trucks coming out every 24 hours.
I know, and there's contracts and things that were already decided, and we did the best we could to try to find more forest land for conservation and for natural protected areas.
So he won't be doing much.
Well, and if he does
minutes.
anything, I certainly hope it's to go against what he had created with the Alward government, not continue down that road.
Beside you having Mr. Irving in the washroom, is he going to have Mr. Irving in the closet?
I'm not really sure I understand that term, but I'm not really sure. I don't know what's going on in people's.
No, but you know what I mean. Is he going to be? Were you close with the Irvings? He's very close.
I think somebody just has to look at the Telegraph Journal, Times and Transcript, and Daily Gleaner to determine how close I was. But I would argue, by the way, that was one of our big challenges as a political movement. Is those newspapers certainly didn't do us any favors.
2 minutes left.
And I want to say the journalists were very. I thought the journalists were very fair. I sometimes feel the headlines and the editorials are a bit.
Did I miss anything that Steve Murphy could ask you? You're going to be
yeah, I mean Steve Murphy next. Well, yeah. Don't tell Steve, but I mean, I did you first.
Steve's a big fan there.
Oh, is he? Yeah. Okay. Well, don't, Steve. I'm sorry. I'm coming, but I had to do Charles first.
It's okay. So, do you think that what's the future of media to go and talk? Do you think Blaine Hayes should really sit down with bloggers or people on the street more often?
Yeah. Well, I think it's an opportunity. If there's something that I tried consistently to improve, and I think looking back, I could have done even better and more, is to improve the dialogue with New Brunswickers, and that means talking to them about your priorities, answering questions, but also hearing from them. Also hearing from them as well. So through the mandate, I thought I got better at that, but I still think that there could have been more there.
And Blaine Hayes, that's what he should do. And
well, I should sit down with you. I mean, I had to do it. I had to do it. I mean, I had the privilege to do it. I should say, I had the privilege to do it.
So what's the future for you? We got a minute, 15 seconds left.
Well, the honest answer is I'm not sure. I mean, I know the immediate future. I'm going to stay on as leader of the Liberal Party and leader of the opposition until they chose.
You're going to be Irving Board or Bell Alliant, Rogers, McKenna? Where are you going? 1 minute left.
The immediate future is I'll stay on as leader of the opposition, leader of the Liberal Party, as the leader chooses a new one for the election. And after that,
the future.
Well, that's the future, Charles. But after I'm done that, I really don't know. I'm
45 seconds left. How much? I mean, you got to make the big bucks that you were making now. You didn't. You're not like the governor down the states that they bribe money. They got a job. You know, I mean, you're honest, right? You're liberal. You're honest. You just told me to. You know what? You want to care? You want to give me the boot now? Okay, you can give it to me. Good. So bottom line is, you don't know what the future holds.
Not after being leader. No, I'm not sure yet.
You look very good. You don't look. You look how you had a lot of interviews today.
Yeah, well, it's an emotional day too, but no, it's good. Look, it's an honor to be leader of the opposition as well. I obviously would have liked to have another mandate to be premier, but I'm going to play the role that I can play.
Once you resign here, you go and once you resign, everybody else moving out of Fredericton, you're just going to go to Dieppe, Grande.
Yeah, well, we live in Dieppe, my wife and I. Yeah.
One more thing, just one more. No, just like Colombo.
No, I was just about to say, exactly what I was thinking. Yeah. I watched that with my father. Yeah.
What? That's exactly
just
what.
One more question.
No. I want to give you credit. We're not giving you credit. we can't do that. Focus, Charles. The Trump speech, the day, I couldn't believe it.
Oh.
You are coming from parents that's really down to earth.
Yes, I'm very proud of my parents.
No, really.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Saw Eugene McKinley outside in the lineup. Yeah. And then we're all lined up for the Trump speech, and I focus on him in the video. You're the former speaker. Shouldn't you be inside? It was raining.
Right.
And who was beside him? I look at the video after and just seeing him at the door. Your mom.
Oh, really?
And your dad.
Yeah, good.
They're now show off.
Yeah, no.
They're big. I never met so many good-hearted people. And it was your mother's birthday.
That's right. Yeah, good memory.
No, she told me that. Yeah. And your father, they didn't walk through the door and say, "Hey, I'm the parents of the former premier," or whatever.
Yeah.
No, they're very good parents.
They are. We had some tough financial times, but I was very blessed to have them as
10 seconds
and a wonderful family. So. Charles, it's always a pleasure.
Merci beaucoup. Could you tell Steve Murphy before just say hello, Steve? Charles said hello.
I'm sure he'll enjoy that. That's good.
And we're going to do this part 2, so we could go maybe have
part 2, part 3, and just keep it going here.
Talk and talk.
It's all good.
C'est bon. Merci.
Merci.